But just slotting in and grabbing the line into Druids is Liam McNeely.
Yeah, well, Rolich has got to make a decision now. Oh, it's that Canato Lee at the back. He's been tagged, I would have said. I don't think he'll have gone off on his own. Harrison involved. He may not have tagged him, but he's been involved. Does look like a kind of the entry to Druids where people do get tagged, but back with the lead. There's a lot of defending going on, and McNeely made a great start from pole. Sometimes it can really be a nightmare to start in pole position here because of the way the camber drops away at that particular part of the circuit.
Yeah, it can be tricky for sure, but he's read that very well, used all his experience. We're going to have a safety car if not red there.
Yeah, that's not going to be moved very easily. They need to tell him early doors. Safety cars straight out on track. As you can see that change of place. That was Joe Warhurst, was it, going down the inside? So that blue car was just gaining a place on Harry Reynolds. Safety car called very quick. Oh, cars on the grass and cars off at Hawthorns.
Yeah, multiple events to sort out Zach Meakin. Sadly, the Prep Tech prepared runner off and in the barrier, but Liam McNeely he won't really want a safety car. He want to get into the race rhythm. We've had 2 races so far, Paul, where we've had championships decided and both the races ended, not necessarily because we needed red flags, but we were under safety cars and we were that far along that the championships were decided by red and checker. Hopefully that's not going to happen here. Yeah,
it's a compact schedule, isn't it? And we've got to remember that we need to get this done before that the sun starts to go down. So yeah, that's good to see.
Red.
Both red flag. The reason that's probably a red flag is because there's 3 cars off, and at least 2 of them need a lift. The third one I'm not sure will, but they need flatbeds, and you've only got 13 minutes, so they've stopped the time, and they'll stop them. They'll stop them on the grid there and maybe regrid them. Lot of fluid from the radiator as well, so all the bonnet will be removed, and then they'll have to put something down, cement dust or something, to get that all cleared up. It's not good. So Joe Warhurst is the leader of the pack there, isn't he? And you can see cars. That's Akil Alibi. Has he gone through?
Yeah, a couple of them have gone through, haven't they?
He's not stopped, or he's not been stopped. Let's not say it's his fault. So, not a good situation, this, because that car should not be there. So, Alibi has obviously been waved through on, just not stopped. Liam McNeely out of the comms box is through. Rolich is through. We're now seeing pictures of that. So the safety car has been maybe sent back out to go on. They'll come in short, I would have thought. They'll turn right now and not go down the Grand Prix circuit.
Should do, shouldn't they?
Which
no,
they don't. There's obviously not been told what's going on.
Oh, they're going around the Indy circuit.
Ah, that's a shout. You see, why that happened is because nobody would have told the safety car driver what the sketch was. That's why he was so slow, probably asking what was going on. Kieran Salmons, I think it is, and Scotty Stringfellow, yeah. So the safety car doing the right thing. Well, this is the right thing. They're taking him back to the grid.
They like the 56 safety car. They were.
Well,
it was like, never mind Ginetta leaving, we don't get to drive the 56 anymore.
The 56 is a good car. It's a powerful car as well. I know that the guys who've driven it, and Scotty Stringfellow, I need to speak to Scotty actually and ask him what he thinks of it. But he does like it, does he?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit of him, that I can imagine it. Big and fast. There's the 2 boys. That's at the top of Druids. Yeah.
Yeah, Finn Harrison, a new driver to the championship, joined us at Silverstone, racing with Assetto Motorsport, Jim Evans Jr.'s team, and Simon Trave's team, and a view to coming in for next season. But let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah, so it's all bunching. I was a bit concerned. There was a car on the inside that I thought may turn into somebody at the middle of Paddock Hill Bend. But it's now going up to Druids. What actually happens as they go into the trees? Is there a bit of a punt up the rear? It's early on. There was a bit of contact, and it was this car I'm pointing at now, Richard.
Black and blue R Racing.
Is that an R Racing car? Yeah,
there
was contact
was
there.
Luke? It was either Luke or Freddie. Freddie's a dark blue, I think, from memory.
Yeah. Great. See all the cars crabbing down to the inside because of the camber. And in rear-wheel drive race cars these are. So that was a great start from Liam McNeely, because not only have you got the camber against you, you've also got the hill to get up as well. So you can bog down really easily. So it's in the middle of the pack, isn't it? And it did look, I think, like it was maybe... Now it's that. Harrison just got involved, didn't he? That was a shame.
Often the way, isn't it?
Yeah. Ginetta Lee really he got a tag in the right rear there. So, rollage on board, listen. Great start, hardly any wheel spin. Full throttle pretty much straight away. Car didn't get too much wheel spin at the rear. From the right, Liam McNeely, he makes a great start, really good. Don't touch that curb on the inside as they go up now. Straight away defends because he doesn't want him shooting down the inside in the number 10 on board. Gets the car stopped, and this is where you can really cause yourself a load of problems as you get back on the power out of Druids. Your tyres are pretty cold. Look at that, using all the track, touches the apex, gets a great exit, runs over the track limits power pad there, but that's not a problem. Now back onto the Grand Prix circuit, wide entry. You can do that as the leader. Look at the rear of the car in front. McNeely's car doesn't even look like it's going in a straight line. It's completely sideways up the hill. And then into top gear now as they go down to Hawthorne's Bend. And if we stay on board, let's listen to how they attack Hawthorne's Bend on the first corner. They'll brake, but how much do they brake? Love that. Did you hear that gear change as well? A sequential box, just down one. Now into Westfield, is it down one? Ah, no, they'd seen the safety car by then. Yeah, that was a great shot, that was. And remember, they've got light boards and they've got the lights as well in the cars to tell them what's going on. So, is it Joe Warhurst, the blue and black car? No, he's nothing to do with it. Oh, no, so it looks like 35, but that can't be right, can it?
Never got 35.
No. That's what I was just looking at. I thought, so whoever that was...
37 was what...
Luke Watts is
Luke
37,
Watts.
Isn't he?
I was thinking it was...
Oh.
Finn Harrison's in the white car, he's the Assetto car.
Wow. Did you see that of Zach Meakin
That was
as
Zach
well?
Meakin. I was looking at me.
Yeah, Zach Meakin got fired, like properly fired. That was an interesting one for him. So let's have a look again. It's in the middle of the shot, so Ginetta Lee will come through probably backwards, but let's see who's... Yeah. I think that... I don't want to say it is Luke Watts, but the name on the back of the car looks pretty small.
I think it's Luke Watts, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty small, so it looked like he missed the apex. Look at Zach Meakin. Zach Meakin's down the inside. He doesn't get tagged. I'll take that back. But the car involved, I think,
Luke Watts as well?
Is Luke Watts. Yeah. So the grey, blue and blue car that comes through, Meakin looks like he's down the inside. Checks up because everyone's checking up because of the safety car. He gets sideways and then he's into the side of who we think is Luke Watts, and that's why Meakin ends up off the circuit. So an interesting couple of interesting few corners for Luke Watts if it is him, and that second one he's got nothing to do with. But let's have a look at it from here. So Meakin down the inside. Yeah, literally Luke Watts had nothing to do with that. These cars are really strange. They've got such a lot of lock steering wise, so when they go sideways it's difficult to get the lock off to straighten the car up, and that's why you see them flick the other way. And the steering wheel, they just whip out your hands and turn you which way you were going to the scene of the accident. So that's a shame. Ginetta Lee's car looking pretty second-hand. That'll get fixed. Just depends where it's been hit in the subframe at the front of that car.
Yeah, absolutely right. They've got the...
Ways again and again through Westfield. And now he must know there's a safety car. Oh, no.
Shravan, that's a shame. Shravan Chanmugaival finds himself out of the race, and hopefully Shravan is okay. So disappointed. Now, if this isn't dealt with quickly, 6 minutes left on the clock, and we go to a red, I'm not quite sure where that leaves the championship. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the WhatsApp group and see what the championship statistician Simon Pace recommends in terms of whether there won't be enough points, will there actually, available on races 2 and 3. I think we're going to see Shravan's there's something else actually. Maurice Henry,
no,
is that?
I think this might be something to do with it, because...
There's Shravan going in there.
Yeah, I thought it was, because everybody leaves the scene except for him. Yeah, so there was a bit of contact, wasn't there? At least it wasn't that hard. I'm surprised. Oh no, I'm not surprised his car stopped, because look at the front of it. Didn't hit it that hard though, did he? But he wouldn't have been able to see where he was going there, to be fair.
No, so another one with